Toxic people are by far one of the most common and yet painfully annoying people that you deal with on a daily basis. They tend to do these social tricks that are poorly executed to get your attention because they thrive on existing in people's personal lives, even if it yields no rewards. Now, I'm going to help you identify what these people are so you may avoid them. I know what some of you are going to think. Oh, we should help these poor souls. No, don't do that. They are kind of like homeless people. You give them money, they won't show gratitude. They will ask for more, and if you don't give it, they will verbally abuse you. Then they will take that money and buy alcohol with it. Just leave these toxic people alone. Let them know their behavior is undesired by letting themselves drown in their own toxicity, and eventually, with their own self-hatred, they will develop into a better person. I made a video about how self-hatred is good for you. I'll post it below if you're interested. Now, the first thing you may notice in a toxic person is that they like to gossip. They talk about people they rarely interact with and make strong judgments about them. This is a trick toxic people use to get you to be friendly with them because they like attention and they like people being on their side. That's why they will either lie or exaggerate a story. Just look at Ronda Rousey falsifying a whole story to get Joe Rogan to be on her side. You see, Joe Rogan only hears one side of the story, and he doesn't understand the whole situation because, well, he wasn't there. So it's good to see that Joe asked a simple question and her confidence in her whole story just shatters. You see, people that gossip are generally not smart, so they're not good with keeping up with lies that they can't maintain. This is a manipulative behavior to get people to do dumb shit and hate people they never met. The toxic person don't care if he or she is wrong. She will try her best to contort the situation into her being a good person with any reason she can find, which will be the next sign of a toxic person. They want you to think they are good people. They typically would say they care about people, and they would tell you they do things for people that they really don't. I used to hang out with a chick that says she volunteers in the soup kitchen, but she is terrified of homeless people. So scared, she hates them. She would much rather be in a relationship with a guy with a lot of shortcomings to get away from the city because she can't stand homeless people. A modern public example would be Greta Thunberg. You will think she cares a lot about the environment, but look at the clothes she wears, the food she eats, and she's pro-nuclear energy. Things she believes people shouldn't do, but it's okay if she does it. All this kindness in their heart. These toxic people, they would invite you to an outing. A toxic person will flake on you. Usually, the reason is that she has more rowdy and popular friends to hang out with. It's a common thing to occur. If a toxic person feels the attention is more valuable elsewhere, they will ditch your ass for friends. And all of a sudden, you are no longer their friends. Unless if you can bring her the same or greater quality of attention. I tell you this because I speak from experience, and I decided to end the relationship with my friend. I don't do a complete bridge burn. I just learned to reject any offers to go out because this girl is just gonna flake on me, and pour my focus on friends that actually cares about my well-being. You see, there's a reason that these people are unlikable. You will learn that they are selfish, and they act belligerent because they think they are special. So to my toxic people out there is nothing special about acting like an asshole. Acting like an asshole because you think it's making you unique and stand out from the group is a sign of insecurity, and no one will think you're awesome for it. Plain and simple. Flaking on your friends for more rowdier and popular friends is what being fake is. Let me tell you what, I hate fake people. I've hated fake people that I have never talked to. You can see them pretending to read or acting cute when there's a lot of hot guys around, and when they are with people they don't have any romantic interest with, they will turn into a bitch. This is called being fake. What do you do with fake people? Well, you can leave them in the cold. Let them know no one wants to be their friends. And if they think friends are unimportant, then that's fine. They will be happy then. Win-win. Another thing fake people do is that they will pretend to care about you. You may notice this. They will keep asking you the same question. You answer it and they just don't pay attention. I really hate this because, first off, sometimes people ask me personal questions. I answer seriously, but they accidentally make it obvious that they don't care. They're asking just to ask because they want to sound like they are a caring person, when in reality, they are pulling a politician stunt trying to look good in front of other people. Personally, I find these types of people very scheming, and every time they ask me a question, I always get the idea they have some kind of malicious intent. Therefore, I just don't tell them everything that's personal and important to me. One example I remember very clearly. I have this group of friends that I used to hang out with in high school. There's this one guy that is very private about his life. He likes to keep his love life and his separate group of friends out of our loop. He didn't outright say it, but that is the gist of what he wanted. However, there is this one annoying girl who is very nosy, always trying to pry into his personal problems that he clearly doesn't want anyone to know. She would stalk him and try to get to know his bestie, as she would describe it, then tell us all the embarrassing crap he went through with that group. This is why I don't tell anything important to gossip girls. They are just hell-bent on getting attention because their life is so not interesting. They have to push other people under the bus and spread false rumors about other people so they can get an audience that will look and listen to them. Imagine that. Harming someone's reputation just because they wanted 5 minutes of attention. I can see why this chick never had any real friends. I guess it should have been obvious. She goes on a rotation of best friends every year. It seems that every year she just has some kind of disagreement with her bestie because she thought she would be the most important person in her new best friend's life. Let me tell you how delusional this girl is. She thinks best friends takes precedence over spouse, their dog, and even their family, but she won't apply these rules to herself. She prioritizes attention from guys that gives her romantic attention. So yeah, rules for thee, but not for me. All in all, you can see how these types of people become loners because even their family members can't put up with this behavior. I'll tell you what, I may have mentioned it a few times already, but I'm just going to sum it up. The best solution to deal with these toxic people is to leave them alone. Leave them for good. They won't learn the easy way. Then they're gonna have to learn the hard way. No point in staying in a toxic relationship where you will be emotionally abused. Just leave them in the dark and let them learn themselves. I'll tell you what, self-hatred is the greatest motivator to change a person. Not to mention the quality of life that will be so much more better when you leave that person out of your life. And with that being said, I said enough. Subscribe to see more videos, and farewell.